Hi everybody, my name is Janos and I wanted to give you some details about the upcoming AMA with Shinzen. Some people asked for some more details, so I thought I would make this quick video. I'm shooting here in New York City where I live, where they're reconstructing the streets, so you might hear some of that. The details I wanted to give about the AMA were just sort of how it was made and some of the questions that were in the actual AMA. So I'm going to go over those. It's going to come out on Wednesday the 22nd, and it was shot in Canada where I was co-teaching with Shinzen on residential retreat. I hope this isn't too loud. This is quite loud here. I was co-teaching with Shinzen, which was quite delightful, and yeah, we were able to record over the course of a couple days, and Shinzen really had a great time. He wanted to let everyone know that he was really having fun answering all the questions and connecting that way, so that was fun. What else? Yes, it was filmed in Canada. We got some beautiful footage of how kind of great the place looks. We'll put some of that in the video. There were 13 questions, and I thought I'd go over the questions that are in the video now, just so people had a sense of what was coming up. Thanks everyone for submitting your questions, and we couldn't get to everyone's question, and some of the questions were things Shinzen has answered in other places, and some we had to condense because people were asking the same questions or similar questions. So here we go. So the first question is by a user named Flipped. They asked, why is there so much disagreement among teachers about the path of awakening and the best way to get there? That's a very interesting question and answer. Tetris McKenna asks, what is stream entry and does it require cessation? And also part of the question is, what's your personal experience with stream entry? Shinzen answers that one sort of briefly, and he talks about another video where he describes it in more depth, and we'll have a link to all that stuff in the AMA. Thomyor asks, is cessation essential or is it fetishized? And what's the best technique to get there? I'm going to put a link to where he talks about his favorite technique for moving towards gone, but he answers the first question very clearly. Then Deep Mindfulness, which is myself, I'm representing Deep Mindfulness Collective. I asked the question, would you describe your perceptual experience right now? I've never heard Shinzen answer that question, and it was pretty rad to see him answer the question. I don't cover this in the video because it's really about Shinzen, but watching him do that, it was very psychedelic to experience personally. Just having him describe what's going on for him perceptually really pulled me into this, very psychedelic kind of world that he was experiencing, and is like a little bit like going into a kind of insight meditation blackout of some kind. So it was very wonderful, and who knows, maybe you'll have the same experience, maybe not. The next question is by a user named Flipped, who asked a lot of questions, but they were upvoted, so they definitely got in here. How do you tell if a teacher, like an online teacher, is any good? And let's see, good in teaching people how to move towards enlightenment? And that's the question he asked. Another one is basically a similar related question. Are virtual sanghas a good path to awakening? Flying Nico writes, are maps good to show to newcomers? And is your map based on the Visuddhimagga or other classical sources? Shargral asks, what lessons can we learn from the scandals involving Sasaki Roshi and other meditation teachers? That answer is really, really good. I like that answer. It's very powerful and useful. My phone stopped recording there for a minute. Okay, so the last three questions. Paradoxium and Shargral ask, are the magic powers such as psychic abilities, healing the sick, astral projection, are those real, and how does this relate to your Chinese motorcycle riding teacher Wu Guan? Coach Atlas asks, can you talk about your friendship with Bill Hamilton? And the answer is pretty sweet. And we actually tracked down a photograph because I've never seen Bill Hamilton. And so we contacted Kenneth and a few other people, and Kenneth was able to send a photo of the two of them building these sort of sleeping huts that Bill had the idea that people would be willing to sleep in on retreat. It's just sort of a funny backstory. So we'll include that photo in the video. And then Sufficiently Zen asked the final question is, could you use electric shock or other unpleasant sensations to purify awareness and move you towards awakening more quickly? So answers to all of these questions will be found in the AMA, which is coming up soon. Super excited. This is a really fun project, and I kind of went a little crazy with making the thing and putting it all together. It was really fun for me, and yeah, excited to see what folks think. And yeah, we have a bunch of little kind of clip videos from inside the longer piece, and we're going to put those out during the week. So look forward to seeing those between now and Wednesday. All right, see you later, guys.